We're going to go over to the kitchen because Easter's coming up. You're probably wondering, what am I going to cook? And Joe, you're going to help us out with that.
That's right. Marissa's going to help me help you out with that. Right. She is from Honeybaked ham and the squash grape. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing really well. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here. You've brought tons of food out here today. You've kind of got the whole Easter thing going on for us. So what are you going to work on?
Well, we're going to work on right now a 3-cheese mac and cheese. So when I think of Easter dinner, for some reason I always think of macaroni and cheese. There's just every Easter we always have mac and cheese. So recently I've been making a lot of 3-cheese mac and cheeses because I sell a lot of cheeses in my shop, the squash grape.
Sure.
So what we're doing today, I'm using 3 cheeses. Obviously we're doing cheddar, Swiss, and an ale house cheddar out of Vermont. And so the ale house, it's made with beer, so it has a beer flavor to it, which is really cool. So what I've done so far, I melted a stick of butter, and then when that was melted I added in 6 tablespoons of flour to kind of make a roux, to make it thick. Okay. And then I added 3 cups of milk. So, and that's just kind of getting thick. It's what we're going to melt the cheeses in to make the cheese sauce, and then we're going to pour it over the macaroni.
That sounds so good to me. Now, while you're working on that, you mentioned earlier we're cooking with the Honeybaked ham and the squash grape. You mentioned the squash grape. Tell the folks all about yourself.
Well, the squash grape is my store. It's a small wine store plus a wine bar. So we do wine tastings every Wednesday. We also do beer tastings probably once a month. I sell wines, craft beers, artisan cheeses and meats.
And you're next door to Honeybaked ham?
I am.
As well.
I'm right next door to Honeybaked ham, so that brings in a lot of people, which is good. They get exposed to both aspects of that. So.
And where exactly are we talking about? Where is this located?
We're across from Tanger and Foley, about 1/10 of a mile down. So if you're going towards the beach, we're on the right, in a pink brick building.
Well, and if you're headed toward the beach, you know the weather is picking up. You want to pick up something to snack on and something to drink on when you get to the beach. A good place to stop. All right, so we're going to continue to work on this. Now, you're also going to work on some other things. What are you going to do later on in the show today? Because I do see that ham out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to go over how, I guess, to prepare your honey-baked Easter dinner. Okay. So, you know, you've got your ham, some sides. We're going to go over how to put all those together and how to make it super easy, because we know Easter can be a busy time with family coming in and getting ready for the holidays. So we like to make your holiday dinner preparation easy.
If it can be both easy and delicious, it's a win-win for everybody. We'll check back in just a little bit.
Welcome back to Studio 10, friends. Happy Wednesday. Marissa Wilkins from Honeybaked ham and the squashed grape here with us. We're talking about Easter because, of course, we're all going to have our Easter lunch, maybe Easter dinner. Do you know what you're going to make yet? Well, you can go get a Honeybaked ham. Yes. And you guys are in Foley, and you can get a ham that looks just like this. Now, let me ask you this. I know that you guys are always busy when it comes to holidays. How far in advance do you need to order a ham?
I would go ahead and do it today, just because we get really busy, like you said, like lines out the door, and sometimes the demand for the hams kind of, diminishes our supplies. So if you call today, it guarantees that you have the right size ham that you've been looking for, and it will be there waiting for you when you get there. So
now you can also do turkey.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we do. We have, it's boneless, it's fully cooked and sliced just like the ham is and glazed. And they come in they're about 3 pounds each. So if you buy a ham, you actually get a turkey breast for $22.99 with the ham.
Very nice. So if you're having a lot of family over, and of course if you're having a lot of family over, you're going to be busy, you want to spend time with your family, maybe you don't have a lot of time to cook, you guys can do really the whole meal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the ham is ready to go right out of the refrigerator, 30 minutes out of the fridge, and it's just ready to eat. We also have a lot of frozen sides, so we do have green bean casserole, potato souffle, cinnamon apples, broccoli rice, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese if you don't feel like making it. So we have a bunch of stuff. It's just really easy to put together a quick meal that's still delicious from Honeybaked. So.
Now, do you need to order stuff like this in advance, or can you just pick it up?
No, we always have plenty of those available. So there you just kind of, when you come in to get your ham or your turkey, you just say, hey, can I grab that side? And they say yes.
And I feel like we all have ham or turkey left over after we have the big gatherings after the holidays. So you brought some little sandwiches and things like that.
Yes, absolutely. And actually I'm going to kind of go over how to make some sliders next. But I mean, I was just going to tell you what you can use with the leftover ham. So like maybe ham and bean soup, some sliders, kind of you can add ham into your macaroni and cheese. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do so nothing goes to waste.
Okay, speaking of macaroni and cheese, that's what we've been working on here on
Yes.
Studio 10. And over the break, you mixed all the cheese together, melted it. What else did you do?
I added some seasonings, about a teaspoon of nutmeg, a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a tablespoon of black pepper. And then I kind of mixed in the macaroni and then put it in this bowl and added some crackers on top. You can do breadcrumbs, like panko crumbs. You can do just any kind of crackers. What I've got here are just Ritz crackers.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how you want your macaroni to turn out, and then we'll take it out and be done.
Easy enough, and we can go ahead and put that in the oven. And in the meantime, you can get this recipe on fox10tv.com. It's on our Studio 10 page. And if you want to go to Honeybaked Ham and the Squashed Grape, they're right next to each other off Mackenzie Street in Foley. You can go ahead and pre-order again. Maybe now is a good time to go ahead and do that if you don't want to have to wait in line, because those lines, like you said, do get really, really long.
They do get long.
So go ahead and pre-order. We have all the phone numbers as well on our website, so make sure you get that in.
Back in the Studio 10 kitchen, sorry, our photographer Joe was making me laugh with Honeybaked Ham and the Squashed Grape. We have Marissa here, and you're working on tons of Easter stuff. Now, we've talked about getting ready for the big feast. Now, the family and friends are all gone, but you've got leftover food. What do you do?
There are so many things that you can do. So right now what I'm doing is I'm making little ham sandwiches, little ham sliders. So so what I'm doing, I've got these little mini egg twist rolls that you can get at Honeybaked. I'm putting on hickory honey mustard, so about like a tablespoon of it. And then we've got the savory mayonnaise right here, which is delicious. It's mayonnaise with brown sugar and teriyaki sauce, so it's really good. Then what you're going to do is
Dude, hold on, save one of them. I want to combine both.
I want to kick out.
Watch this, watch this. I'm going to combine both. Have you ever done that before?
Yes, we have. So,
so
you can do like extra honey mustard.
That's the sandwich I'm going to eat.
So you just, I mean, with your leftover ham or turkey, just make little sandwiches. Or something else you can do in addition to this, you can make ham and bean soup with the bone that's left over. So my mom always makes some kind of soup with the bone. So, you know, if she does lima beans, she'll do lima beans and have them like sit all for 24 hours, which is awesome. Or she'll do the ham and bean soup, which we actually make at Honeybaked every week. So you do this, some Swiss cheese, and
hit me up with some cheese on mine.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Honeybaked little slider. If you want them hot, you can heat them up in the oven for about 10 minutes till the cheese melts. So that's what you can do right there.
This is the best ham sandwich I've ever had in my life.
Honeybaked is really good. Yes, we make sandwiches like this at Honeybaked too that are very similar, just maybe with lettuce and tomato.
It's so delicious. Tell us about our finished mac and cheese over there.
Well, it's complete now. So I baked it for about 15 minutes. If you want it to be drier, then you bake it for about 20, but I like my macaroni and cheese moist. So that's how we did it right there. But it's complete. We have the crackers on top, and it's just ready to go. So it's a perfect side for your Easter dinner.
I think it's the hickory honey mustard that makes it so good.
Oh, no. That's...
So delicious.
Wow.
So delicious.
Anyway, so apparently it's drinkable. So we do sell this at the store as well. So you can grab those when you're grabbing your ham and your sides for your Easter dinner.
Well, the good news is it was delicious. The bad news is I don't think I brought another shirt to work today. And I think I got some on my shirt.
Yes.
But the point we want to get across is you can go visit Squashed Grape and Honeybaked Ham.
Yes.
All this is available to you, all this right here. Tell them one more time where you're at so they can come and visit
We're located in Foley, right across from the Tanger Outlet Mall, about 1/10 of a mile down on the right side of the road.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Cherish.